See the money won't stay for your meal. Getting all the piece of pie for your wife. Everybody wanna know how it feels. Everybody wanna see what it's like. Living in a big house, I don't mind. Me and Misty is so the making money. Alright. Greenback Boogie.
Scott, my right-hand man.
Bernie, how's it going?
I'm Jordan. You're pimping. So listen, Scott. You heard Wall Street talking about us? They're talking all about our earnings reports. We got to hit those targets. We got shareholders counting on us. So tell me, what are you going to do about it?
Look, Bernie, it's not looking great right now. We've taken on a lot of debt recently, and I do not think we're going to be able to hit those earnings targets. With all these acquisitions and mergers, especially the merger with MCI in '98, we leveraged most of that. In addition, we're facing a ton of competition right now. With more competition, that means we have to lower our prices to stay competitive, and lower prices means less profits. Overall, the economic environment's not looking too great right now.
I don't know who you think you're talking to because I don't care, and you know that. You know how I roll, right? We need to hit the earning reports. We need to hit them hard. That's the end of the story.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Understood.
You're my man.
All right, sir. We just finished up the Q3 earnings reports.
What the is this?
I know the numbers aren't great.
These numbers are wrong. Your team has messed something up. Take these financial statements back to your team, find the error, and fix it.
Fine, I'll find the error. All right, so I think we've messed up some numbers. Scott rejected our return for Q3.
David, what are you talking about? I literally triple-checked the numbers before reporting them.
Okay, calm down. Something's got to be wrong. I trust Scott. He's been here since the beginning.
All right, fine. I'll check them for like a fourth time. I mean, what a surprise. They're exactly the same.
Are you serious?
I'm 100% positive that my calculations are correct. I mean, look at it. Give these to Scott.
Well, Scott, my team rechecked the numbers for Q3. We can't find any errors.
This is unacceptable. Your team is doing something wrong. But the deadline for Q3 is approaching quickly, and we have to meet those earnings expectations. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to capitalize our leasing expenses over the network lines, and that will buy us enough time to identify the error by the end of Q4. Once we identify the error, we're going to record a reversing entry to offset us capitalizing the leasing expenses, and everything will go back to normal.
I don't think this is right. There's no documentation for those entries.
I don't care. Go back to your team and record that entry.
Fine.
Hey, do you see this prepaid capacity account? What is it?
I don't know. Did you see how many entries are booked to this account though? There's 49 total and it amounts to $3.8 billion.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense though, because after reviewing the financial statements, it looks like we're capitalizing our line costs, which are expenses, and they don't go to our assets. And as far as I'm aware, that doesn't follow GAAP. And do you see how our financial statements compare to our competitors like Sprint? We have more than double in revenue, and the lull in the economy seems to be hurting everyone but us.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen this prepaid capacity account? It looks like we've been capitalizing these expenses, and we've done the same thing in previous years, which means that we've artificially capitalized over 7 billion expenses. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah. David told me to record the entries. He didn't tell me the purpose of the entries, though.
Did he give you any documentation or support for those entries?
No, I didn't question him. I just did what I was told to do.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna follow up with David. Hey, David.
Hey.
I was just talking to a member of your team, and they told me that you asked them to book 49 entries to this prepaid capacity account, and it's now at almost 4 billion. I was just wondering if you could tell me something about that.
Fine, I'll admit it. There's no documentation for those entries. They shouldn't have been recorded.
What? David, what were you thinking? You're misleading the public.
Cynthia, we have to meet Wall Street's earnings expectations for our company.
David! I don't even know what to say. When the public finds out about this, WorldCom is headed for bankruptcy. You've overstated the revenues by almost 9 billion. Thousands of people are going to lose their jobs. David, you deserve exactly what's coming to you.
Cynthia, in my defense, my boss told me to do this.
I don't care. This is completely unacceptable.
Anything I can help you with?
Well, shoot. Looks like I fell asleep in the bed of your truck, sir. What's your name?
Mario.
Mario, nice to meet you. I'm Bernie Evers.
Nice to meet you. You like the truck?
Well, she sleeps well, I can tell you that much.
Huh. Well, are you trying to take it home today?
I'm thinking about buying, but I don't know yet.
Window shopping, eh?
Nah, not shopping for windows. Nothing that really got windows either. I'm thinking about buying the property. In fact, I'm thinking about buying the property and everything involved with it.
Really?
Yeah? You ever heard of a company called WorldCom, sir?
Actually, yeah, that's where I have most of my money invested.
Well, I like you, son, so I'll give you a piece of advice. Sell all of it. Every single share. Every last penny. Sell it. And I'll tell you why. Now, I got a real nice fellow. He's a CFO of mine. He's real good at making things better than they really seem. Makes me look a lot better than I really am, I'll tell you that much. See, what he does is he capitalizes these operational expenses, which is highly illegal. Again, you didn't hear this from me, and I'm just a dumb CEO. I don't know a thing about it. So, sell your shares, and you should be good. You have a nice day, son. Take it easy, and let me know if you ever need a job.
Hey, hold on. You're under arrest.
That's real funny, sir. What are you doing? I was just starting to like you. Bernie Evers luck. Eugene,
Bernie,
been looking forward to it.
thanks for meeting with me today.
Of course.
So, let's get right into it.
What's
Seems
on your
like
mind?
you got caught in a downward spiral here. So, what's your perspective on everything that's happened with WorldCom?
Not even my wildest dreams did I ever imagine anything happening like this. I would say I'm not involved with the fraud at all. Scott was my right-hand man, finance man, CFO. Now, he knew all the inner workings of the accounting and the finance, the technology, and those sorts of things. He would bring me reports that did not satisfy what I wanted out of our earnings, and I would encourage him to find a way to report the books properly and make them look better. Never did I mention fraud, nor did I mention anything illegal.
So, you had no idea that fraud was taking place. But what about WorldCom struggling financially? If I understand, you had some personal investments, no?
I have personal investments absolutely as any CEO does. You have to own some share of your business, you know? You have to have some stake in trying to do better. But you're giving me too much credit. I don't have a background in accounting, finance, technology, anything of that sorts. So therefore, I'm not even capable of such acts, if you will say.
Well, I appreciate your time today.
Of
Thank
course,
you for meeting with
Eugene.
me.
Thank you.
Gentlemen,
Gene.
thanks for meeting with me today. I'm hoping for this to be quick and painless, but I want to hear about y'all's experience. Let's start with David. Can you tell me about how this fraud started for WorldCom?
Sure. Well, I was the controller for WorldCom, so I was in charge of overseeing our financial statements for the investors to use. But we ended up leveraging our high stock price for all of our acquisitions. But when those high stock prices didn't keep on going, it all just fell apart.
Interesting. So, what did you do? Because WorldCom ended up meeting those expectations.
Well, we thought that there would just be an easily fixable error where we could end up overstating our expenses in one period and then understating them the next, and it would all just be fixed.
Interesting. Scott, what happened from there?
Well, you see, Eugene, I knew it was wrong, but my intentions were to hurt people. We knew what earnings needed to be, we knew what revenue was, and we knew all the other expenses. The amount it took to get there was the amount that we capitalized. See, when the fraud first started, I told Bernie these targets are way too aggressive. But he just stared at me and said we have to hit our earnings targets. And since I had access to all of the financials and I had all the authority, it was easy to make the numbers match what they needed to be.
I see. Thank you for your time today, gentlemen. I have what I need.